was trying to take her clothes off.
Okay.
And it wasn't gonna do it.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Goose, man, with another reaction. This video is gonna be suspect was shocked when the police found out his evil secret. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Turn the post notifications on so you will know when I drop my next video. My fault. So you will know when I drop my next video. Let's get straight to it. Straight to it.
Sheriff's Department!
Come on!
Got some search warrants for your property here. We need to come in and talk to you, alright?
On a pretty day in June of 2023, 17-year-old Valerie Tyndall got up and headed to work. She was part of a lawn mowing crew, and it was a perfect day to earn some money and catch some rays on the day that would never see temperatures rise out of the 70s. It should have been a perfect day, except that her boss said that she never arrived and she never came home that evening or ever again. What happened to young Valerie Tyndall on that fateful day? What kind of web of lies would have to be unraveled before justice could be served?
You're here today because Valerie Tyndall, who's been missing or run away since June 7th.
She got out of the car and got in with another guy.
That was the last time you seen her?
Yes. And she was pissed because the boy dumped her. She talked him into taking her back, just so she could dump him a week later.
What happened to Valerie?
Valerie got carried away. She was going to tell everybody that I was making moves on her. Things got out of hand.
This smooth ass intro.
Before we begin, we would like to
I gotta get something like that.
extend our deepest sympathies to the family and loved ones of Valerie Tyndall, a young woman taken just as her life was beginning to blossom. Arlington, Indiana is a small community just outside of Rushville, Indiana. Home to just over 400 people, it's the kind of place where, if you're a teenager, you're looking for a way out. In the case of Valerie Tyndall, she was one of those kids. She struggled with schoolwork up until the last couple of years, but things had recently clicked and she had turned her grades around, reflecting the bright young person that she was. She was the middle of 3 children in her family, and she was ready to get out on her own and make her own way in the world. And then, June 7th, she just disappeared. She just told her family that she was headed to a mowing job, climbed into her green Honda Accord, and off she went. When she didn't come home that evening and she didn't answer calls to her phone, her mother, Sheena Sandifer, got worried. Calling around, she found out that none of the young woman's friends knew where she was, and her boss, Patrick Scott, said that she had never turned up for work that day. The next morning, Sheena called the Rush County Sheriff's Office reporting her daughter as missing and asking if an Amber Alert could be issued. The Indiana State Police would not issue an Amber Alert at that time because the case did not meet the strict requirements to do so. Rush County Sheriff's Officer Major Joshua Brinson did immediately start an investigation into her disappearance. Local officers were put on alert, and traffic cameras throughout the area were checked for any signs of the young woman or her car. They also canvassed the community, checking in with her friends and co-workers, but to no avail. On Saturday, June the 10th, with no sight or sign of Valerie anywhere, the state police did put out a silver alert statewide for the missing girl.
Rush County Sheriff's Department is asking for your help finding a missing 17-year-old. This is Valerie Tyndall. She is missing from Arlington, Indiana. She was last seen around noon on Wednesday. The Sheriff's Department says she is believed to be in extreme danger.
In the coming days, her Honda Accord would turn up, backed into a parking space at an apartment complex. The license plate had been removed. Perhaps she was hiding out with some friends who lived there. As police had discovered, there had been some disagreements at home between her and her parents, according to some friends and neighbors they had spoken with. There was one potential connection that the police made, and they had to see if they could find any clues that might bring them closer to finding the young woman. They called in her boss, Patrick Scott, who happened to have a contract mowing lawns at that apartment complex as well. Patrick came in to speak with the officers. He'd already given a story that Valerie had not shown up for work that day. Now, on June the 26th, over 2 weeks later, he was ready to admit that he had misled investigators.
All right, Patrick, so you're here today because Valerie Tyndall, who's been missing or run away since June 7th, which was a Wednesday of this, right?
Right.
Now, you know Valerie because a couple different ways here. One, she's your neighbor, right?
Right.
She lives there kind of like in front of you?
Yeah.
Okay. And she also works for you, right? In the
Right.
summer, help mow grass and things like
Part-time,
that, right?
yeah.
Part-time, okay. And when she does that grass, when she does mow grass for you and works with you, is she usually with you? Do you drive her from job to job?
Yes.
So you guys are always together?
Yes.
Okay. So there's never a time where you have her meet you at a job? You bring
Just once.
just once?
Just once.
How long ago was that? Before June? Before she ran away?
Yeah.
Before she left? Okay.
Yeah. Right after, shortly after school let out.
All right. Okay. So I spoke to you at your house on about, I think it was Saturday, June 10th. I saw you outside. Do you remember me stopping by?
Yes.
Okay. And I asked you that day when you saw Valerie last, right?
Right.
And you remember what you told me?
Tuesday.
Told me Tuesday before Wednesday, the Wednesday before she'd gone, right?
Right.
And that's not true, is it?
No.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Valerie?
Wednesday afternoon.
Wednesday afternoon. Where did you meet up with her at?
South High Gardens.
South High Gardens in Shovelville.
Yes.
Okay. What were you driving at that point?
I had my truck and the car both.
You had the truck and the car, both at
South High.
South High.
Right.
So what did you drive there that day?
The truck.
With your trailer too?
Yes.
Okay. How did the car get there?
I had moved it there like the day before, 2 days before,
Why did you do that?
because she was going to take off.
So you gonna give her a car to use?
No. No, I was just going to give her a ride.
Okay. So she called you on Tuesday?
No, she told me a couple days before she was going to leave.
Okay. So she had
I didn't think she'd go through with it, but she did.
Okay. So she planned this with you.
Well, she planned it. I just
You went along. You just went along.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was certainly a new wrinkle. Had the young woman been planning to leave, perhaps with a boyfriend?
So you were already there. Were you there mowing when she showed up on Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay. So you're at South High Gardens mowing grass.
Yes.
And she shows up in her car, her green Honda Accord.
Right.
Okay. Then I take it you stop mowing.
Well, I was already done.
You're done. Okay. And you met up with her, right?
Right.
And what? She got in the Ford Taurus with you,
Right.
and you guys left South High Gardens
Right.
and left her car there,
Yes.
along with your truck and trailer.
Yes.
Okay. From there, you came back to Rush County. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. And on your way to Rush County, was she on her phone, using her phone?
She texts a lot. She don't talk on it much.
Right. But she was using her phone.
Yeah,
She's
she
communicating.
texts all the time.
She's doing something.
Yes.
Okay. And did you know where you was taking her before that day?
Well, I thought we was going back to Rushville, but we stopped in Homer's where we went to.
Okay, so she had you stop in Homer.
Yes.
Okay. And what happened in Homer?
She got out of the car and got in with another guy.
Okay. What kind of car did she get in?
They just kind of a pale blue car is all I know.
Pale blue.
Right. Model, I can't tell you. I don't know.
So you say pale blue, that mean it was dark or bright? Light?
No, not dark. It would be, I guess kind of in here, like maybe a little darker than this right here.
Okay. All right.
That's
So when you dropped her off at Homer, where was that at again?
right where the old garage used to be on 44.
The old garage used to be on 44. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? That
Yeah.
pole barn, just right into that drive. We come off, pulled right up there.
I could peep a liar from a mile away. I could peep a liar from a mile away. even before, not even including the title, you know, but I could peep a liar from a mile away.
Okay. So on the
This shit don't make sense.
on the east side. That's on the east side, right?
Yes.
So she got out there. Did she take her phone?
Yes.
Okay. And she got in this pale blue car with this guy.
Yes.
What does this guy look like?
I have no idea. I didn't see him.
Okay. Could you tell, was he by himself?
Yes, from what it looked like.
Okay. And then from there, when you dropped her off, where did you go?
I went back to the house.
Went back to the house. Your house.
My house.
In Arlington.
Yes.
Okay. That was the last time you seen her?
When I dropped her off, yes.
That's the last time you talked to her?
That was the last time I talked to her.
Okay.
Yes.
After the officer let Patrick know that they found Valerie's car, Patrick admits that he moved it to a second location to make sure that it would be safe until she needed it. He said he did not remove the license plate, though.
Now, I'm just going to kind of be honest with you here for a minute, Patrick, okay? So, her phone location, which way did you say the blue car went on that day when you dropped her off?
Which way the what?
The blue car, the day you dropped her off on Wednesday, which way did you go?
It turned like it was going out 44 towards Rushville.
Okay. Did you actually see it turn left or right on 44?
No, because that's the way it kind of was angled, and I turned and I just went right on up the pike.
Okay. Did you ever notice it following you, being behind you for any reason?
No.
Okay. So, we know, just from you telling me right now and confirming with other things that we know, I know where her phone was at during that day, during that time, before it was shut off.
Right.
And it was shut off closer to Arlington, not Homer. Okay.
Right.
All right. And she actually sent a message just before she shut it off, and that put her closer to Arlington. Okay.
She sent a message?
Yeah. So it's very important right now that you tell me the truth, that she wasn't with you at that point.
No, she wasn't with me.
Okay. Because here's the deal. I mean, if you're helping her,
No.
if you have been helping her, this is the time to stop and now tell us where she's
No,
at.
I have not helped her. But if she would have showed up at a job site asking for money, I would have given it to her.
Did you do that?
I would have. I haven't.
Okay.
Because I know she's got to be out of money. She got in the truck one morning a couple weeks ago, and she was pissed. I knew she was when she got in the truck because of the way that she was texting. I mean, she was violently texting. She then said, I asked her, I said, are you mad? And she was pissed because the boy dumped her. She talked him into taking her back, just so she could dump him a week later. Then he showed up at their house, I want to say Monday before she disappeared, and got his stuff.
So she discussed this with you about her wanting to leave?
Yeah, she's been discussing it for a long time.
And did she discuss it prior to Wednesday, within a couple of days before Wednesday, about this idea of what she was wanting to do?
I'll tell you the truth, I thought she was leaving Saturday night, because she said she was leaving Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the authorities were in a quandary. Had Valerie left with someone that none of her family or friends knew about? Had she been keeping a secret relationship, one that she would be willing to give up her college plans for? Could Patrick, who once told officers that she had never shown up for work and that he hadn't seen her on the day of disappearance, be trusted? Just in the intervening 2 weeks, Patrick had mowed at that apartment but chose not to tell police that the car was hidden there. The officer decides that this might be a good time to apply some pressure to Patrick and perhaps any ruse that Valerie might have been perpetrating.
So you have no idea where this girl's at?
No, I have none whatsoever. I swear to God, I don't know where she
It
is.
is hard to believe you on that.
I know.
For the mere fact
I know.
You lied to us from the very beginning.
I know. But I do not know where she's at. I really
We
don't.
probably could have found her we probably could have found her. Right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Probably could have found her a lot easier, a lot quicker.
The officer then asks Patrick to try calling all of the numbers he had for Valerie in his phone. Perhaps, if she sees the call is from him, she'll answer. One of the numbers had been reassigned to another person. Another announced that it had been disconnected, and the final said that she was not taking calls at this time. The sheriff's department by this time had already gotten a search warrant to T-Mobile for Valerie's cell phone location pings. They knew that while it did show that the phone was taken to a nearby town as Patrick had said, there was something fishy about how it moved afterwards. If she had left with the boy as Patrick had said, the last pings on the phone would have been headed out and away from her hometown.
Can T-Mobile track your phone? Like, can they, like, if that motherfucker just turned off? Not like the bill ain't being paid, but just holding the side of the phone and powering it off. Can they still track that motherfucker? Cause that'd be hey.
Instead, the cell phone towers indicated that she had moved back to Arlington, where both she and Patrick lived.
Excuse me.
So do you understand? Like, here's a scenario that rolls out in my head. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I think you and her talked a lot. I don't think she got along with her parents very well, and I think you know that too, right? And I think that I think she wants to leave, okay? I think she wants to leave her mom and dad's, and I think you know that as well. And that's what she's always implied, right? She was leaving. She always says she was leaving, right?
Right.
The scenario that plays out in my head is that you were willing to try to help her somehow, which obviously you did. I mean, semi helped her a little bit, just from what you told me. Now, I think it's further than that. I think you helped her more than what you're telling me. That's just how...
I didn't. I haven't.
Just how it looks. It's how it looks. It's how it feels. Everything kind of shows that. It just seems weird to me.
Yeah.
That you didn't want this young girl to be found right away. If you did, you would have told us right away when we talked to her, or when we talked to you. Or you would have said something on Wednesday. I think you knew on Wednesday that she was missing, right? You knew Wednesday something was wrong, right?
Yeah.
Because I noticed that in your text messages that let me find it here real quick. I mean, I noticed that on Wednesday, June 7th, she told you she's going to be there soon. You remember that?
No, but...
It said, I'll be there soon. Okay? And at 5:40 p.m., you asked her where she was. You said, hey, where are you? Okay? Why did you ask that?
I wanted to find out where she was at.
Had you talked to her parents already before this message?
No.
When did you talk to her parents? Exactly. I know you did at some point.
6:30? 7 o'clock?
On Wednesday?
Yeah.
So on Wednesday, her parents talked to you?
Yeah, her mom.
Her mom did?
Yeah.
And told you that she was at home? What did she tell you?
Wanted to know if she was still working.
And what did you tell her?
Said no, she didn't work today.
Okay. But you didn't want to tell her that you saw her though, right?
No.
Why not?
Because she said she wanted to go.
She said she wanted to go, so you're helping. You're trying to help her. Don't want to dime her out, right?
Right.
Okay. What can you do to make me believe that you're still not trying to not dime her out right now?
I'm not trying to get her in trouble. I don't want to get her in trouble. I mean, I could have got her in a lot of trouble with her dad, but I didn't want to.
Okay.
I mean, he's pretty mean with her.
Okay. So you see the scenario in my head is that you're this nice guy. You're kind of like a father figure to her, probably. She probably looks up to you a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she does. And you're trying to help her. Okay. So the best way you can help her right now is if you know exactly where she's at, is to tell me where she's at.
I do not know. I swear to
Or
God.
any idea at all.
This nigga Lodge is crazy.
No, I thought she went to Illinois. I really did. I thought she took off that boy to Illinois.
And the last time you saw her, talked to her, was that day, June 7th, when you dropped her off.
He just said that he didn't know where she was trying to go when she got in the car with the boy. He didn't know where they was about to go. He just know that she got in the car with a boy. Now it's Illinois. Fuck out of here.
Off at Homer.
Wednesday, yeah.
So if we go back and look around and we find that this, what if we go back, what if we have a camera right there we can look at and we don't see that being true? How would you answer to that?
How is it what?
I said, what if we go back and find a camera right there in the area? What if someone had a ring camera or something like that, or had surveillance footage, and we go back and we look at it, and that's not true. There's no blue car there that you dropped her off at. Because I'm sure
That's where I dropped her off.
there's plenty of surveillance there. I'm sure we could probably look at.
What is it?
There's probably plenty of surveillance in that neighborhood we can probably look at.
Now you want to act like you
Okay, and I'm sure that that's probably what's going to happen. Okay, and so if we do see that,
You hear me one more time, I'm gonna pop your fucking ear.
if we do find that surveillance and we see it, and this doesn't come back to being what it is that you're telling me, okay, now you prolong this longer,
Right.
is this going to help you or is it going to hurt you?
It's not gonna hurt me.
Well, it would if you're not telling me the truth.
Right.
So that's what I'm asking you. Before we do all that, you're telling me the truth. You dropped her off
Yes.
in Homer
Yes.
on June 7th.
Yes. Haven't seen or heard from her since, and I swear to God, I thought by now she would have showed up somewhere asking for money.
Patrick had given them a lot of information to work with and some leads to follow up on. They let him go and get back to his life and continue the search. Over the next month, those leads would turn up little to no information. Could Patrick have been lying to them again? The lie he told before couldn't be washed away, and now the somewhat shaky story he had given was looking even more flimsy. They could make the case for providing false information to police during an investigation. A decision was made to apply that bit of pressure and not just squeeze Patrick a little bit more, but use it to obtain search warrants for the man and his properties.
I have some search warrants to execute today for you, okay?
Okay.
So, run through them real quick. What search warrants we got? I've got 3 search warrants to execute, okay?
Okay.
So one search warrant is gonna be for 2 swabs of the inside of your mouth, okay? And I'll
Okay.
read it to you, but I'll just explain them to you and then I'll read them all to you
Okay.
individually, okay? So the first one that we'll do is for the swabs in your mouth. The second search warrant is for the address
His
Okay.
house.
for the property, okay? And the third search warrant is for
Probably the car.
okay?
Okay.
That's what the 3 search warrants are for. I will read them to you and then I'll sign them when we execute,
Okay.
okay?
The search of the 2 properties located just a few houses apart from each other would turn up nothing. Patrick was out on bond and he had become a dead end. In addition, while an old boyfriend of Valerie's told police that he talked to her days before her disappearance, he had not seen or heard anything since. He did corroborate Patrick's story that she had been talking about running away. There had been a moment where investigators and family members thought a glimmer of hope could be found when Valerie's Instagram account went live for just a few minutes. Investigators, however, quickly learned that it had been her younger sister logging into the account in hopes of providing some kind of an update or finding some kind of connection. It was just another dead end along a path that was running out of opportunities. Tips and potential sightings would dribble in over the next coming months, some from as far away as Chicago, but each would be ruled out in turn. For all intents and purposes, Valerie had vanished, whether by her own design or from something more sinister. There was one last possibility, and that was a piece of land that featured a deep pond on it, a piece of land that wasn't that far from Patrick's properties. On October the 11th of 2023, when teams of cadaver and rescue dogs were used to search the area in hopes of finding any signs of the young woman, it was late in the day when the cadaver dogs caught the scent of a dead body. It was indistinct and seemed to be coming from the pond. Divers were sent in and sonar scans were performed, but no body was found. The next day, however, detectives looked over aerial scans of the area searched. They noticed a patch of disturbed ground right behind a shed on Patrick's second property. The cadaver dog handlers had suggested that the water within the pond could have carried the scent of a dead body from someplace nearby. Could they have found the final resting place of Valerie Tyndall? It would take a month to get all the proper warrants, search teams, and assistance from the FBI together. On November 28th, they would descend upon the property while another officer would head to arrest Patrick, at first under charges of concealing evidence.
Sick old fart.
Guess we should have talked about that other
What is
property.
wrong with you?
Shit's scary. This is running. Yep.
Nigga tall as hell.
Sheriff's Department! Just chill. Just chill. We're not gonna knock it. We're not gonna kick it in. Just chill. We're not gonna kick it in. They'll come to it.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Like, damn, he bammed on that motherfucker. He about to knock it in already, huh? Shit.
Hey, Patrick. Hi, guys.
So, dude, you got a girl. I'm over here thinking, like, what could possibly be the reason why you did this girl like this? Because I know she probably in that pile of dirt. I'm over here trying to think, like, is he lonely? But we pull up to his house, he got all these cars and shit. And then we just find out that he got a fucking wife or a girlfriend, whatever the fuck she is, that's trying to control the dog. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what the fuck is why did you do it? Like, why?
What's going on, Patrick? You alright?
Yeah.
Got some search warrants for your property here. We need to come in and talk to you, alright? Okay, let's go on in.
Back at the sheriff's department, it's time for Patrick to offer up his fourth story to police. Detective Meek, having been down this road before with Patrick, decides to encourage the man to just come clean.
I think deep down you love Valerie, and I know you love your family, okay? So I decided that when I come in that door just now, that I'm gonna give you an opportunity to explain the why, okay? Because we have her in the box, okay? Wrapped up multiple times, taped up in the box of the OSB and the 2x4s that you bought, next to the box that we talked to you earlier about that had the videos in it.
Had what?
Had the videos in it. We got her in the box next. So you know we have
He's a
found her.
fucking creep.
And I didn't want to bluff
He a
you on
creep.
that. I wanted you to know that. And as you're sitting there tearing up wanting to cry, all right? So, I'm going to read you your rights. This is the opportunity for you to explain the why. At your residence, we have you, Linda, and Elizabeth are the three adults that live on that property. Okay? Own the properties. Let me rephrase that. Because it's at that storage shed. It's not the house. So you, Elizabeth, and Linda live there. You are the three that have access to that property. Okay? You are the three that have the potential to bury Valerie Tyndall. Patrick, today's the day. The family deserves this closure. And you deserve this closure. Do you hear me? You deserve this closure because this is aimed at you. We can tell that every time we talked, all right? So I'm going to advise you of your rights. And I'm going to ask you one question. Okay? Explain to me what happened to Valerie and explain the why. Because we deserve it and everybody else deserves it as well.
Okay, and I've got a question for you before we go any further. Why did they pick up Linda?
We're going to talk to her too. She lives on the property. We're going to talk to Linda as well. Because here's the deal, Patrick. How do we know what happened to her? You both live on the property. So we have to talk to everybody on the property. Does that make sense? But I'm giving you an opportunity to explain to me.
They don't know nothing.
Okay. Well, this is your opportunity to explain it to me. And this is, does that make sense in an investigation? 3 people on the property, right?
Well, they don't ever go down there.
Okay. But that's 3 people on the property. It's registered to your daughter.
Yeah, I know. I bought it and give it to her.
Okay. So that's why I want to give you the
You a
why
piece
to
of
that,
shit.
Patrick.
You
Here's
a
the
piece
deal.
of shit.
We've got it.
You got a daughter
Okay.
too.
Now I want you to think that now, right now is the moment of the compassion.
You got a daughter, and you bought her a property so you can give it to her, but you buried a dead body there. Nigga, what if you had passed away, and they was still looking for this girl, and then they finally found her at that place, and now it's on your daughter. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Piece of
And
shit.
you're gonna have to find it, but it's there. And you should care about it, okay?
The detective reads Patrick his rights and gives him an opportunity to explain what happened.
Are you wanting to talk to me?
Well, I do. I mean,
What happened to Valerie?
Valerie got carried away.
Doing what?
Huh?
Doing what?
Doing what?
Just lay it out to me. Lay it out to me. What happened to her?
She tried to blackmail me into buying her a car.
Okay. And what happened?
She thought she was going to seduce me and it wasn't going to happen. Things just got carried away.
Well, explain that to me. What's that mean? Does Linda know about it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nobody knows.
It's your chance to tell me what happened.
She tried to seduce me and I wasn't going to have it.
But what happened to Valerie? That's where you're stopping.
What, I mean,
What'd you do to her?
What'd I do to her?
What'd you do to her? Tell us what you did to her.
Strangled her.
With what?
A belt.
Okay. And then what'd you do with it?
I moved her into the office
Okay. How long was she in there?
till the next day.
Okay. What did, where's the belt at?
It's gone.
Okay. You left her in the office till the next day. Then what happened?
Then when I got home the next day, I just made that box.
Okay. What about the hole?
The hole was already dug. But it wasn't for that, it was because I was going to throw concrete in it.
What about the other box?
Just put shit in it.
Well, did you build two that day?
No, just built one.
So you strangled her. What room were you in when you strangled her?
Back there by my bedroom.
Like in that little entryway? Had you and Valerie been in a sexual relationship?
Never.
Okay. So you said she tried to seduce you for the car. Well, explain to me what happened.
She was wanting to come on to me.
Did she say she was going to get you in trouble, or?
Yeah, she was going to tell everybody that I was making moves on her.
Okay.
I wasn't going to have it.
Okay.
It just,
So instead of killing her, why didn't you just fire her? Weird ass nigga. Oh shit, I'm fucking up shit. This shit making me mad, bro. Damn.
things got out of hand.
Where'd the belt come from?
It was mine, I had it on.
You had it on? Okay. So explain to me what happened there in that room. Like, how'd you get the belt on her?
I was fighting her off and I took it and threw it around her.
Why were you guys fighting?
Because she was trying to get, she had tried to take her clothes off.
Okay.
And it wasn't going to do it.
Okay. And then you guys got in a fight?
Yeah, kind of a pushing and shoving thing right there.
Okay. And then you took your belt off, and then what happened?
I put it around her neck and I held on to it till she quit.
How long did you hold that? Give me a ballpark of how long you held the belt.
On her,
Yeah.
till she quit moving.
Okay. Did you know she was dead then?
I pretty much figured so.
Okay.
Patrick would say that he had offered to help her out by buying her a cheap car, something under $3,000 or less, and that she could pay him back over time. But she wasn't having any of that, and she demanded a new car. Incredulous of his story, the detective changes his questions to ask Patrick if he had removed...
You know what's crazy? At the beginning, he said that she needed a car to get away. He was going to give her a car to get away. So what the fuck is you talking about now, G? What are you talking about now? Did you think we forgot about that part?
license plate from Valerie's car. The man admitted that he did, and then he took it and the keys and threw them into a river as he drove over a bridge. Detective Meek would then get back to having the man discuss the murder and what he did afterwards.
So you wrapped her in like black, it looks like a trash bag to me, or it's black plastic.
Yeah, whatever I had around there.
What is that? Is that like landscaping stuff or?
Probably what I used it for.
Okay. And then you taped her. You wrapped her and taped her multiple times. Do
Okay,
you remember doing that?
yeah.
Okay, why?
Why?
Yeah, what was the reasoning? Like, what was going through your head when you did it? I know why. I'm just asking you.
Just get rid of her.
Okay, was it the smell?
Not yet.
I mean, was it to prevent the smell? Is that what it was?
I don't know, I just wrapped her up in plastic.
Okay. And then you put her in that box that you built.
Yeah.
Right. And then how did you get her did you carry her over to that box? Or did you build the box, bring it over, put her in it, and then pull the box over? How'd you get the box? How'd you get her from the office to the box?
I drug her.
Okay. Like through your neighbor's yard?
Oh, no, the box, I took it in the house.
Okay. So you took it in the house and you put her in the box in the house.
Yeah.
And then you screw it shut?
Huh?
You screwed it shut in the house?
Yeah,
Okay. Then how did you get the box from there to your other property?
two-wheeler.
Okay, a dolly.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And then did you stick it up
Yeah.
and dolly it across? Okay. And then you did that after the box? Like
No.
you did that like right after?
Yeah,
Okay. And you said the hole was already there. It was a pretty deep hole.
yeah.
You didn't have to dig any of it?
I'd already dug a bunch of it.
Okay.
See, I dug all that because I had been looking for the well on the back of the house.
Okay.
Reports from officers on the scene and the FBI said that when they began excavating with hand shovels, it took some time to get down to a rectangular box made from 2x4s and composite boards often used in sheeting for construction. The box was opened. It contained papers and a large number of VHS tapes, but no body. After removing the box, members of the evidence recovery team continued to dig down, hitting a layer of trash and then a layer of unopened Quikrete concrete bags. Once those items were removed, yet another large rectangular wooden box was found. Once it was exposed to air, a stench of decay rose from the box. The box was removed and a canopy erected over it. Within would be found the black plastic-wrapped body of a female.
What was Valerie saying when this was happening?
Right in fucking jail, you
What was she was saying to
did
you?
all that shit.
That's what I can remember.
Okay. Was she struggling when you were when you were strangling her?
Yeah,
Okay. What were you saying to her?
I didn't say nothing. I just knew she wasn't gonna blackmail me.
Yeah. So because of the blackmail, was that your intention to kill her? To avoid the blackmail?
She was gonna tell everybody that I had my way with her, and that never happened.
Okay. So
You did.
then
You killed
was
her.
that
You
was
had
that your
your way
plan?
with
Like if you were gonna be blackmailed, right?
Right.
So was that the plan to kill her?
No, that just kinda happened.
Okay. Patrick, is there anything I haven't asked you think is important?
No.
I need you to paint the picture for me. So I'm not there, so I need you to paint the picture for me. But I think this had to feel good getting this off your chest, right?
I guess.
You seem like a good guy. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's gotta bother you, right? That you killed Valerie?
Well, I wasn't too crazy about it.
Okay.
Patrick Scott, 59 years old, operator of a lawn care business, father and friend of the parents of Valerie Tyndall, would be charged with her murder. He would maintain that he had acted alone and agreed to a plea deal to avoid trial. He would be sentenced to 57 years in the Indiana State Penitentiary. Valerie's parents would speak with the press just after the announcement that she had been found and that Patrick had been charged.
She's like, go visit boys. She didn't know on the internet. And I tried to get her to stop doing that because it's dangerous. And it didn't work. Come to find out it was the boss, not the boys.
Damn, goes to show you can't trust everybody with your kids, man. Just can't, boy. He a lying piece of shit, boy. Lying piece of shit. You know it wasn't no motherfucking blackmail going on. None of that bullshit. She had a fucking car. She could have fucking left if she wanted to. Like, boy. She could have fucking left if she wanted to. But you're just a lying piece of shit. You deserve every year that you got in that motherfucker. And if you was out of it, and I hope they get you good in that motherfucker. Hope they get you good. I don't even hope bad on people. But you not people, nigga. You a sick individual, nigga. You a sick motherfucker, nigga. Excuse my language to my older people out there, but you a sick motherfucker. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on so you will know when I drop my next video. Like for the algorithm, subscribe so I can hit your algorithm. Comment down below how you feel I could do better, or we could just have a conversation about this video. If you see anything if I said anything that y'all don't agree with, comment. If y'all said anything, if y'all see anything that I could fix, comment. You know, constructive criticism do take you a long way. Here to stay. Yeah, your boy here to stay, man. And if you want to continue our time, or if you want to get into some good vibes, click this video right here. Click this video right here. Or you can click on this playlist over here. I only got like 4 videos in it right now. But if you click down here, hit that icon, hit that subscribe, then if you go to my channel, you'll see 6-7 different playlists that you can scroll through and just and enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself. I got more videos like this, or like I said, I got some funny videos, put it like that. Until next time, my Jerry's final thought. Rest in peace, Jerry. Latch on to your kids better. You know, yeah, it might seem like you being a tough parent, but that's just parenting, bro. That's just parenting. You feel me? We gotta get out of that caring about what other people think about us when it comes to our kid. We know our kid better than anybody else know our kid. Yeah, it's some kids that need that soft, loving care and all that. But then it is kids that need guidance, like clear guidance, like, hey, don't do that shit. Like, it's kids like that. You feel me? And rest in peace to her. She was one of them. She seemed like one of them kids that, hey, don't do that shit. Watch your surroundings. Watch this. Watch that. She seemed like one of them kids. Rest in peace to her, but it just seemed like, nigga, she was one of them kids. Excuse my language. Sorry about that. She was one of them kids that just needed the clear cut guidance, man. Condolences to the family. I hope the guy that did it rot in jail, because you was supposed to be, like the first sheriff said, a father figure. You gave her a job, a father figure, nigga. If anything, when she came to you about that bullshit, you could have been like, hey, I'm gonna call the police and fire your ass. You need to chill out. This is not the way to go. If you want a car, you work towards it. But instead, you went the other way and you just, that shit is not right. It's not right. Till next time, your boy Goose out, man.